Hello there. It is time once again for you to watch a video of me talking at you. Hi, I hope you're doing okay. Today is Tuesday, February 25th, try three, week two. I apologize in advance. I'm pretty sleepy as I'm recording this video, but I wanted to make sure I had it ready for you before the day ended. Here's a pedigree. How many generations does it show? Right? These are the kids. These are like the parents, and these are like grandparents, although they are not familial relationships, right? They only show ancestors to offspring. But in some families, that's true. How many generations? The answer is three. So you're going to go ahead and copy and complete that sentence on the yellow bell work. Now, today we're going to be thinking about the difference between codominance and incomplete dominance, because these are not simple dominant and recessive problems like that pedigree thing or hairless guinea pigs. These traits show up in some different ways, and you've seen them before, although you probably didn't remember them on the pigeon assignment. So today we're going to work on the incomplete and codominance trait problem set. By the way, the last problem is kind of broken, and so the worksheet online has an updated last question. So in number 7, just a heads up, the question you should ask is this cross likely to happen in real life? Why or why not? There's some information there to help you. We also did the week 2 binder check. If you were absent, I'm going to tell you what needs to happen for your binder. And then just a reminder, you should be turning in those late work, those resubmits, the things that you were absent for. There is a weekly quiz each Friday. If you're in class, you are going to be expected to take it, but you are allowed to take it as many times as you want, once a day in Panther Plus while I'm in town. A reminder that I will not be in town Monday through Thursday of next week, but I'm going to have stuff for you to do and a video for you to follow every day. So let's go ahead and take a look at our table of contents page. Indeed, we are finally at page 10. Here it is. Incomplete and codominant traits is what you can write down there. So go ahead and pause the video and make that happen. Alrighty, so where have we been? We now know between pedigrees and Punnett squares that we can follow traits from ancestors to descendants because this is how we make predictions about future kids. And you have already followed more than one allele when you learned about blood typing with the Amoeba Sisters video. And you've learned about what to do if the alleles aren't simply dominant or recessive. So blood typing is an excellent example. Those IA and IB alleles are excellent examples of codominance. Those are when both alleles are expressed together. There's no blending or third phenotype. So imagine red flowering plant and a white flowering plant make seeds together, and this is the plant you get. Its flower is all the way red and all the way white. That's codominance. That is also, like I said, exactly the example of AB blood types. Those people have codominant alleles showing up there. And so today we're going to think about making predictions of inheritance when a trait arises through either codominance or incomplete dominance. Now, a thing you don't know yet is incomplete dominance. That's where you get a third phenotype. And I'm going to write that it is in between to help you think about it. Incomplete and in between. You don't see either parent phenotype. This is not true in this type of plant, I don't think. I think this is a flowering almond. But imagine that this flower was made from a red flowering plant and a white flowering plant making seed. You get pink in this case, incomplete dominance. So in your Friday cool down spot, you're going to write down these notes. We don't usually use the Friday cool down spot because we do the weekend review. And so this is a good place for you to write this with an example of what I just told you. So here's the example. Flowers are pink. Cool. Let me make sure this one's true like that too. So you get an in-between trait with incomplete dominance. So go ahead and pause the video and write this down. Okay, fun check. Here's codominance and incomplete dominance. If what we're looking at is shirts you wear to the beach, is this a funny example of codominance or incomplete dominance and why? I think it's codominance because you're seeing in the kid both the up and down stripes, those vertical stripes, and those horizontal stripes. Excuse me, you're seeing them both. So today's task is to work through the problem set. The problem set might feel a little tricky. It's really going to help to look back and say what happens in the intermediate phenotype. For the first example, you've got red cows, reddish brown cows, or horses, I think, reddish brownish horses, pinkish horses, and white horses. Classic example of this. When you get to blood typing, A and B, those alleles, IA and IB, are codominants, and that'll be useful for you. So we worked on the problem set, we did our binder check, and a lot of people were able to do some missing or late work and resubmits. Just a reminder that I plan to grade those Tuesdays and Thursdays. We also watched this trailer for March Mammal Madness. If you've ever seen a basketball bracket, that's what this looks like. We're going to be doing this in the background together in the next couple weeks. Scientists get together and they basically simulate animal encounters and they use a random number generator, like rolling a die, to try to figure out what the probability is of different outcomes happening. So we think it's going to be played by 3% of school kids around the country, which might not seem like a lot until you realize just how many school kids there are around the country. So you'll be in great company. More about it as we move through the week and get ready for the battles next week. Now, in the cool down spot for today, I want you to draw a small sketch. It does not need to be this one, but that cartoon character that my students draw on the board every day might help you. So incomplete dominance is a blending. You get an in-between phenotype. In codominance, you don't see blending. You see both of the phenotypes all the way. But you don't have to use colorful examples. You could use a black cat and a white cat making babies, although that's not how cat coat color works. It's a fine example for here, or the idea that we talked about of flower colors earlier. So, all right, that's it for me. I hope you're doing well out there. Take care. See you soon.